Hey guys, Mono here. I've been playing a bit of Isonzo today. It just received a new free update featuring a new map called Piave and two new officer weapons, the Beretta M1917 and the Mauser M1914. Now, I didn't get to try these officer weapons. I don't really enjoy playing as officer very much, so I don't really have an opinion on those, but judging for the rest of the weapons in the game, I've never really felt much of a difference between them. So I don't know, maybe if you're really into this game, you can let me know down in the comments if you tried those out and what do you think about them. But because of that, I'm going to be focusing my review on the new map. Now, they did add some new custom match settings, such as a new, more granular bot difficulty adjustment and bot number adjustment per side, as well as tickets. Unfortunately, still no map rotation, so you can't choose to play the same map over and over again, which I'm really sad to see it's not a feature yet in the game. Hopefully at some point they include it, because I don't know, to me it's like a basic game feature that should be in a multiplayer game, you know, but whatever. I really enjoy playing the new map. I think it features what by now seems to be the iconic Isonzo trademark formula for good maps, and that is to include dramatic changes in elevation in combination with complex urban areas and gritty trench warfare. This map features all of this. The Germans are the attackers with the Italians defending. There's a castle on a hill which is all like broken, and the Germans have to push. It's really hard to do, but also it is kind of hard to defend because the destruction of the castle leaves you very vulnerable to artillery and bombings and all of that good stuff that the officers can do. I haven't seen much action in the urban area. It seems like the point that you have to defend in the urban area is a bit difficult to defend because as you push towards it, there's a big open area and the attackers are just pushing through the city. So it's difficult to see the attackers, and once the attackers get onto the point, they can really like just snipe you as you make your way to that defensive point. But I am gonna say that all of these maps, you know, it's the first day and they are probably gonna be played quite differently a few days from now. Difficult areas in a map tend to take some time for the people to understand how you need to play those. So I wouldn't be surprised if that changes, because holding the town seems to be the key to actually holding the castle on the hill. The next area of the map features a lot of trenches, as well as some isolated like houses and villas and stuff. And the last part features a bridge, which is absolutely brutal. It's this very narrow, long, straight bridge where there's not a whole lot of cover. Yes, there are some like destroyed trucks and stuff like that, but it doesn't offer a whole lot of cover, especially because you can get shot from the side. The riverbed is not very deep, so you can just walk through it, and enemies can hold the angles on the corners on the opposite sides of the bridge and just snipe into the bridge. So it's really hard for the attackers, for the Germans, to take the bridge and take that last point. It's the part I would say I least enjoyed of this new map, but again, it's probably because it is by far the most difficult part to attack, and you know, the strategies just aren't there yet. Now, I did notice a few bugs with this new map, especially with bots being able to just walk across the trucks that are on the bridge. It's very strange. It just seems to happen sometimes. Not every bot, it's not like the entire line of bots walks across everything, but some bots seem to just phase through the trucks, which obviously isn't what you want to see. Now, speaking of bots, I did have some trouble finding a populated server as soon as the update went live, which was 9 AM here in Chile. A few hours later, though, I was finding a couple of servers as well as a bunch of, you know, 1-player or 2-player servers. So, you know, this seems to be one of those situations where the game comes alive when there's a new update, and when there isn't one, it kind of dies between and you're stuck playing with bots. So if you're thinking about picking this up, now is the time to pick it up, because there will be a player population and the update is actually really enjoyable. But if you are looking for something to play more consistently, if you're not into playing with bots, then, you know, this is probably not what you want. Now, there's a huge amount of bug fixes in this update. I will put a link to the full patch notes down in the video description if you want to check those out. I wish more people were playing this game because it's actually a lot of fun. I've always thought it has a very unique gameplay because the weapons being bolt action, you fire very slowly. So it's more about taking position and just holding there. If you're attacking, you need to like take a risk to get into a position, then just stop and shoot at everything you see. And just hold that position until the rest of the guys from your team can also push into that position. And then you start, you know, gaining terrain that way. If you're defending, it's also about holding angles really well and just focusing on a discrete section of the map and just trying to stop the enemies through that area, because when you're moving around, it's really easy for someone to just shoot you and you don't really have a reaction to that, because most of the time you just die in one shot. So it's really more about bursts of movement where you just run to a position, hold it, make sure everything's clear, and then move to the next. It's a really enjoyable gameplay. It takes a while to get used to it, but I do find it very satisfying. So, okay guys, I'll leave you guys with the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel for more, and I will catch you in the next one.